think it's pretty much common sense now that Pokémon Scarlet and Violet have clear performance issues, as well as a huge lack of attention to detail. I covered all these issues in the previous video I made about this game. But as I also mentioned in the previous video, it's not all bad. So the goal of this video is to forget about all the problems we discussed in the previous video and only focus in the good parts, because believe it or not, there are some good parts on this game. Hi, I'm Lucas Highland, and in this video we're gonna talk about the good things that Game Freak did on Pokémon Scarlet and Violet. Just to be clear, I did not finish the game yet. At the time I'm recording this video, I have 39 hours of gameplay. Alright, as people seem to care a lot about detail, I actually have 38 hours and 59 minutes of gameplay. And yes, I'm having lots of fun playing it, even with all of its problems. But we should not excuse all the problems just because we are having fun. Let's start by talking about something I briefly mentioned on the previous video. Game Freak is aware that the Pokemon games need to be more fast pacing. So this game, when we have the normal frame rates, it's faster than most of the previous games in the franchise. It seems that in the past they used to add lots of gameplay time due to the tedious grinding for a level to be able to beat the gyms, the league, and the other challenges. But some small changes from Sword and Shield to this new game made this game much more pleasing and fast pacing. There are less surprise interruptions throughout the gameplay because there's no random encounters anymore, thankfully. I know that Legends Arceus also had this, but in the main game it's a first, and it's a very welcome first. Also, the Let's Go feature is excellent, not only because it makes the gameplay more comfortable and really way more fast pacing, but also because it's extremely well balanced. You won't earn the full experience points if you use the Let's Go function, so you will need to test it to see when it is and when it is not worth it using, which for me added a new layer of fun to this new feature. I know there are a few problems in this feature too, but in this video we are only gonna focus on the good parts. So in the full review of this game I will cover this function a little more in depth with all of its good and bad parts. Now let's talk about the Pokemon. I really love when I say this, my critics about them were wrong. When I saw them in the trailers, website and leaks, I hated most of them. And I thought they were ugly, childish and lacked personality. But when I saw them in the game, I completely changed my mind. Even the Pokemon I hated the most, Quaxly, made way more sense in the game than in the previews. I feel the new Pokemon are well designed specifically for the new Paldean map. They blend very well with the ambience they were put in. They have way more personality than I was expecting, and even the visuals, textures and models are very good. So good they seem to fit in the ambience, but don't fit at all in the bad visuals everything else has in this game. Oops, sorry. Only the good parts, Lucas? Only the good parts. You can do this. Yes, come on. This game is a fun game to play, and from what I played, I really feel it's due to the exploration part. The Paldean region is excellent. The way they divided the different biomes seemed very well balanced. The map is big enough to make a trip from the desert to the snowlands a bit too far away to go without fast traveling, which is cool, and the way they spread the Pokemon all over the map worked very well too. If you are going through the mission of filling your Pokédex, yep, you are gonna feel it. The Pokemon are not repetitive at all in the different regions. It seems they knew exactly how many of each species to put in each area, and also how large each area should be. Exploring the caves, the snowlands, the beaches, the sea, and more is very difficult to get tired of in this game. I currently caught 260 Pokemon, and it also seems I won't get tired of it. I just want to finish recording this video to get right back to it. The level design in the Paldean region is also very good. The places are memorable not because they are beautiful, but because they seem unique in this world. Mesagoza seems like a real region of Spain and Portugal with buildings that look 1 or 2 centuries old. Then you have a small beach city that looks nothing like the main city in the game. And also a futuristic city. So the way the map is divided, the way the Pokemon are divided across this map, and the different look of every part of this place makes me feel that Paldea is a very good region in the Pokemon world. Of course, it could be better if they made the cities, the towns, the villages a little more different from each other, but overall, this is a good part of the game, the variety in ambience. It's just different enough to be memorable. As well as I already mentioned, the way they divided the Pokemons in the maps and the different biomes. It feels it's not too empty but not too crowded too, it's right on the right spot. Another good part of this game are the characters. The main characters like the gym bosses, professors and the main students of the Uva and Naranaha Academy are very memorable, have great style, and sorry for this little bad part too, but they look so good and have such contrasty personalities that make the player's character look very bad and uninteresting. Because you are as unique in terms of personality and visuals as all the other random non-main NPCs in the game. The rival Nemona. I'm really sorry I said bad things about her in my what to expect video, because I was very wrong about her too. She's amazing in the role she's in. She's like that energetic friend who seems to have her reasons to be constantly challenging you, with a great sense of humor and good dialogues. And I can't imagine a rival that is like our friend/rival as good as this one in the entire franchise. She very quickly turned out to be one of my favorite rivals in the entire franchise, if not my favorite. Just as you can also become my favorite subscriber. I'm really getting good in segues. People seemed very surprised that I still don't have 500 subscribers in this channel. So can you give a reason for them not to be surprised anymore? I think you can. Only you can help me with my goal of reaching 500 subscribers before the end of this year. You can do it! I believe in you! It won't cost you anything and you will receive new videos about the video game industry every single week. Thank you, and now back to the video. 2 weeks from now, I will bring you a video comparing Pokemon Legends Arceus to Scarlet and Violet, and this next part is a preview, a kind of a preview of what you can expect from that video. The story in this game is also much more interesting than in previous games. For me, this is the best story since Ruby, Sapphire and Emerald. I feel they were able to make us connect with the characters, from the Elite Four appearances to the school director, Nemona and so on. I was also wrong when I said a group of bullies couldn't be as interesting as a criminal organization trying to reshape the world. It all depends on how the stories are told, and here they made it very well too. And about the texts we need to read, the frequency the gameplay were interrupted by text boxes seemed to be on point, differently from Legends Arceus, which is the point I felt they failed the most. The story is not interesting or deep at all. The texts are way longer than they should be, and they're always stopping our gameplay frequently, unless we were filling the Pokédex or training our Pokémon, because we didn't have any interaction with NPCs in these parts of the game. So seeing they got this right in Scarlet and Violet give me a spark of hope that all these critics about it may have some effect in the future games. The new user interface also got a few things right. The Pokédex new entry style that seems like a book in a shelf when you catch a new Pokémon is cool and gives a sense of completion. So if you are a huge completionist and this is how you like to play games, you definitely gonna notice it here. There is a small but very cool function in the Scarlet and Violet interface. When you are trading Pokemon online, there is a small highlight on the background of a few of the Pokemon. These are the Pokemon the other player do not have. So it's very easy to help the other players to complete the Pokédex, as well as being assisted to do the same. The terrestrial raids are very interesting, and the multiplayer battle system inside of these raids are for me the best part of the multiplayer. I wish they were a little clearer in the game about how it works, but it's very cool to get together with real life friends to battle a common enemy and have the good rewards of the raids. And the visuals in the terrestrial battles are truly impressive. Probably the only part of this game that you can say, damn, this is beautiful. Now, this is me when I saw the picnic, showering, make sandwiches in the trailers of the game. What the hell? This is completely ridiculous. I will definitely not play this part of this game. This is just too childish. Am I 5 years old or what? And this is also me when the game came out. Such a beautiful Jolteon. Who's the prettiest? Yeah, it's you. Let's see the sandwich? Daddy made a delicious one just for you. All these picnic features actually have a function behind this childish cover. When you clean your Pokemon or eat a sandwich, you restore their HP, which turns out to be very useful when you are grinding for levels or filling your Pokédex. Sometimes you will just run out of potions when you are almost ending the current task. Your Pokemon are low HP and going to a Poké Center and coming back seems too much effort for the little part that's still missing from the grind you are currently doing. So just starting a picnic and cleaning your Pokemon, for example, can be very handy in these situations. This way you can have very cute and childish interactions with your Pokemon without shame because it has a function. And I never cleaned a Pokemon that didn't need HP. Never! I would never do that because it's cringe and no, it's childish. I wouldn't do this. Never in my life. What the hell are you looking at? I did never do that. Alright, also the sandwiches have enormous benefits. So it doesn't matter how cringe you feel when you make it for the first time, when you see the benefits of it, you will feel cringe to grind without it. And also hunting for the different ingredients all over the map seems to be a very cool quest too. Now other minor good things about this game in a short list with a short description. Titan hunting is cool. The school store is beautiful. The school at night is also cool. Smoliv and its evolutions are the best. The water is okay. I'm glad there's no gym order. The item drops from Pokemon was a great idea. And ATM crafting is dope. As you can see, this game has lots of good things. I'm having a fun experience playing it, and whenever we critique something, we need to put in our heads that people experience video games in their own ways. People give more or less importance to different things. This video was entirely focused on what I really enjoyed in Pokémon Scarlet and Violet. Of course, other than the performance issues, there are a lot of bad things in this game too that I will discuss in the full game review. Of course, they cannot compare to how bad the situation and the performance and visuals were, and for sure they do not break the game too. They are just small details that bugged me, but are the good things I mentioned in this video enough to deal with the performance and visual problems of this game? It depends. It depends on what is more important for you as a gamer. And everybody will and should give me a different answer for this question. For me, as a player, the good parts of this game would not be enough to make me forget about the performance issues. If I didn't work with this, I would wait for Game Freak to correct these problems to only then get the game. But what about you? Let me know in the comments. I'm Lucas Highland, and this was Pokémon Scarlet and Violet, the good part. Thank you for watching, and don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, it helps me a lot. If you don't want to lose my full review about Pokémon Scarlet and Violet, as well as the comparison between Pokémon Legends Arceus to Scarlet and Violet, don't forget to subscribe to my channel. And if you have nothing better to do, watch these other videos that YouTube is suggesting you. And if you have something better to do, go do it, and then you come back and you make a marathon watching all the videos in my YouTube channel because you won't regret it, I promise you. Yeah, I'm sure you're gonna love it, and it gave me a lot of work to make it, so please watch it. Yeah, thank you again, and see you in the next video. Bye bye.